Hi, I'm Suzanne Benderitis, a pastor here at John Knox Church, and I am so excited to be with Oommen today, who is going to be our preacher this coming Sunday. Great. And tell us a little bit about where you're currently serving.
Well, 15 years ago, I retired from St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. Then, after 18 years, and I was retired as pastor emeritus. And I think my pastorate was the longest in St. Andrews. They had only 4 ministers. And enjoyed it very much. And I've done a lot of preaching after my retirement. Any church in the presbytery that needed, or in between pastors, or vacation, or sick, whatever excuses, even in the middle of the winter, I had no problem driving in those days. So I enjoyed that. And then Tom and Jessica started influencing me to sort of, I would call it dating John Knox for a while. I remember we were in a clergy support group, or whatever group that we were. And I think 11 years ago, they invited me to be parish associate.
And we are so glad you accepted that. We love having you as a parish associate at John Knox. So tell us what we should be listening for this Sunday, or a little preview of what might be heard in your sermon.
Well, I'm a storyteller. I think the Bible is story from beginning to the end. I think everybody likes to hear a story. And, I am 80 plus now. I have a lot of stories. I come from a tradition that everything was taught in the East through stories. And we have a very good example of Jesus. And Jesus' parables are stories from real life stories. And so the other thing that I have noticed in the Bible is that Bible asks a lot of questions from the beginning. Presbyterian pastors are notorious for not answering a lot of questions, but raising a lot of questions. And I think I would like people to listen to the story, the Bible story, as well as my own stories, and also the questions that I'm raising, especially now after we've been through the COVID college for more than a year.
So COVID college, that's awesome.
So what did we learn for our graduation?
I like that. I like thinking that we might have graduated as well. So what a great way to put that.
That's my hope.
That's our hope. That's right. So in closing, can you tell us what your favorite sweet treat is?
Before that, I wanted to say, I don't know whether I answered the question, or before we had a little chat before our recording. For me, everything is about relationship. And relationship with God, and relationship with our neighbor, relationship with each other. So my relationship with John Knox is the commitment and sacrifice of so many lay leaders in our church. We are very fortunate, and even during this COVID time, that we have really carried on because of the commitment of those people, serving so much meals. And so I would say relationship and experience. I think it's not enough to study the Bible and understand the stories in the Bible, but how do you relate that? I've been especially after my retirement, I've been always raising the question in any group that I have been, and I'm part of a group for 30 some years from our presbytery, about 12 ministers. We started it when I first came to this presbytery in 1989, and it's still going strong every Tuesday.
That's great.
So we raised the question, how does it relate to your real life?
Mm.
And if we cannot relate to our own real life, especially now that we had a very, very unusual experience, and how do um, through Zoom, how do the church survive?
Right.
So, you can't raise all these things in one sermon, but that's where I am. My spirit is, my life is, my relationship is, and I feel very good about it because I think we have gone deeper through the COVID college.
That is great. Well, I'm looking forward to Sunday. And looking forward to hearing more about this. Before we go, will you tell us your favorite sweet treat?
I have a sweet tooth. I like anything sweet, especially fruits, but I think I would say chocolate.
That's a good choice. I like that. Well, we're looking forward to Sunday, and we just want to remind everyone, again, as we do here at John Knox, that you are not alone. God cares for you, and so do we. And we'll hear more about the importance of those relationships on Sunday from Oommen. So thank you, Reverend Oommen Thomas, for being with us today, and we'll hear more from you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.